St. Paul says, be imitators of me as I am of Christ. And so one of the reasons that the saints are given to us is to kind of serve as a model where we can entrust ourselves, not taking us away from Christ, but showing us how to live the Christian life. Because there's one thing Christ can't show us how to be in his own person, and that's a disciple, because he isn't a disciple. And I mean, it sounds very strange to say this, but Jesus doesn't have faith, because faith is belief in things unseen, and Jesus sees everything. And so one of the reasons we look to Mary and the saints is to help us learn how to be faithful disciples. Jesus can tell us about it. They show us what it looks like to put that in action. And there's something very biblical about that. For example, Hebrews chapter 11 gives one after another example of figures from the Old Testament who lived by faith. And the point there is to show us, okay, we can talk about faith, but if you want to know what it looks like, okay, live this out. And I think all Christians intuit some sense of that. There's a reason why, I don't know, to say something like Chicken Soup for the Soul is an inspiring devotional series of books, because people want to see, well, what does it look like when you actually live Christianity? Or people will have, even within the Protestant world, they maybe wouldn't call it a devotion, but they'll have a sort of devotion to figures like Dietrich Bonhoeffer, or, those people who really stood up for the faith in a radical sort of way. Well, we're doing something similar where we say, okay, this person has shown that they know what it looks like to live this spiritual life. But more than that, we also believe that they're still alive in heaven and interceding for us. And so we're looking to them both as guide and teacher in terms of what they've done, but also as someone who is currently in that great cloud of witnesses that is both witnessing to us and interceding on our behalf before the throne of God.